What you're seeing over my shoulder is the Michigan Tech webcam looking towards the lift bridge, and you can see some boats out on the Portage Canal and a little bit of a chop out there on the Portage Canal as well, meaning we do have some winds across parts of upper Michigan. Switching from our webcam, the MTU Michigan Tech webcam, over to our Local 3 radar network here, you can see that we do have dry conditions, and we are going to stay dry as we head through the rest of the night. For those of you headed out on the water, with some of the gustier winds expected for Lake Michigan, the Bay of Green Bay, and also for portions of Lake Superior, we do have small craft advisories in effect, so just be aware of that if you do have small craft. As we look at our radar and satellite, this is going back over the past 6 hours, and you can see the reason why some of us really didn't warm up to the point of what we expected today, lower 90s, is some clouds kind of hung around late morning into the early afternoon. Now they're out of here, we're clear, and it's really warming up, especially west of Marquette. Here's the weather setup here. We got an area of high pressure to the east of us, and that's bringing us a return warmer southerly flow. Off to the west is our next storm system, and also down to the south is our next storm system, and this is the remnants of tropical depression Cristobal, and this is going to be lifting on up to the north, and this storm system is going to be coming in from the west. These two systems are going to kind of combine forces, and this is what's really going to bring us some wet weather as we go into Tuesday night on into the daytime on Wednesday. So here's our Local 3 Futurecast. Just going to let this roll on through here, and you can see dry conditions through Tuesday afternoon. It's going to be another warm one, but here comes what's left of Cristobal off to the south and west of Chicago, and then off to the west here comes our next storm system as well. Watch what happens to Cristobal. It gets pulled up to the north and into upper Michigan. Widespread rain tomorrow night, potentially heavy. That lifts up into northern Ontario. We get a break from the rain, and then we're looking at another round of potentially widespread soaking to maybe heavy rain moving on in here Wednesday night. As we look at what's ahead, it's going to remain warm tonight along with some wind, especially along Lake Superior, and then another very warm one on Tuesday. Heavy rain is possible Tuesday night on into Wednesday morning, and then cooler temps on Wednesday with rain and also some wind, and potentially we could see another widespread rain event Wednesday night, potentially soaking to heavy. Look at these temperatures. They are on the warmer side. Temperatures very warm west of Marquette, and still 90 degrees Ironwood, 90 for Houghton, 89 for Iron Mountain, 88 for Sawyer, and 82 for downtown Marquette at the U.S. Coast Guard. Temperatures reaching the 90-degree mark as you head into the western UP. 88 for Sawyer International was the high, but cooler off towards the eastern UP. And as we look at the high temperature officially for the Weather Service, we had a high of 86, but a low temperature this morning of 49. Downtown Marquette at the U.S. Coast Guard, 82 was the high, 46 this morning's low temperature. As we look at our Local 3 Futurecast, you can see dry conditions as we go through the rest of the night into most of tomorrow, but watch what happens as we go into tomorrow night on into Wednesday morning. Here's your widespread, potentially heavy rain moving into upper Michigan. And as we look at the rainfall amounts here as we go into Tuesday night through Wednesday morning, you're going to start to notice here the numbers really starting to add up with our in-house computer model. Some spots maybe an inch or two of rain or more, so just be aware of that. We could have some potential flooding in some poor drainage areas, low-lying areas, and near some rivers, creeks, and streams. 60s tonight, some spots stay in the 70s, 50s to around 60 the closer you get to Lake Michigan and the Bay of Green Bay, and we'll also keep some wind around, especially near the Lake Superior shoreline in Baraga, Marquette, and also Alger County. For tomorrow, it's another warm one. High temperatures for the daytime on Tuesday will be pretty much in the 80s and 90s, maybe a couple of cooler spots near the shorelines of the Great Lakes. And then as we head into the daytime on Wednesday, wet weather definitely, and it could be heavy early on in the day. Temperatures a little bit cooler as well, with high temperatures only in the 60s and 70s, with maybe a few cooler spots near the shorelines of the Great Lakes. And then as we head into the daytime on Thursday, even cooler yet with some rain hanging on. And then we'll start drying things out as we head towards the weekend. Another cool Saturday on the way. James, back to you.